All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at WPAutoBlog. Looks like it does have some reviews already. Looks like 5-star taco reviews. Looking good. This is essentially a WordPress auto scheduler for you. It does create the content as well. Reading through the entire sales page, I can't really make out exactly what technology they're using. So when that happens, it leads me to believe that they're probably using ChatGPT 3.5. They don't specify exactly kind of what they're using, but it can create up to 2,000 words, structured and reader engagement, enhanced SEO visibility, blah, blah, blah. HTML, ensuring proper implementation of H1, H2, H3 tags, blah, blah, blah. So this is basically an auto blogging, autopilot type platform. It kind of, without jumping into it, I haven't actually used it, but we're going to do that live right in front of you. It kind of reminds me of AI Wisemind in a sense that it's going to be able to do the auto blogging for you, hook up your blog, put in some keywords, and then push a button, and then it will just kind of auto blog for you. But of course, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles like AI Wisemind, which is a monthly paid tool. But I do think that this is an alternative for you if you've been considering AI Wisemind, but you just don't like the thought of having to pay a monthly expense in your business. So this does start off at $39. We'll go take a look at that. It does support 35 languages and so forth. Okay, so we'll come through here. Plan number one, price number one is $39, and you get all the features above. And it looks like you get unlimited websites connected, 25 articles per month, and that's going to be total across your article. So if you're going aggressive on a site, like the most you'd be able to do is 25 articles in an entire month. 500 keyword searches a month, SEO optimized, 35 languages support, 2,000 word long articles, real stock photos. They get this from Unsplash, smart auto linking. So we'll see how that works as well. Optional doc article export and custom writing styles. The custom writing styles, there is no option for that because I read all the comments and so forth. I try to do my research ahead of time. The custom writing styles, they are going to add the ability to manually select what kind of writing style you want. But right now, their system auto generates that for you. So the system takes the keyword and the top ranking articles, and then it kind of comes up with what it thinks is the best writing style. But users have already requested that they want to be in control of that. So they're going to add that in, but that's not available right this minute. Plan number two, $78, 50 articles per month, and so forth. It looks like unlimited websites connected, 500 searches. So the 500 searches pretty much stays the same. Plan three is $117 for 150. So now you're starting to talk. Now you're starting to get a lot of content that you're able to add to multiple websites or even one website. You can stack 4 codes right here. It looks like the keyword research is going to stay at 500 for all of it. So really what you're getting by increasing your plan and increasing your price is the amount of articles that you can create. And that's essentially the amount of content. 6 codes right here will get you 500 articles per month. That's really nice. And $234. So, overall pricing for an LTD, if this is going to be around a long time, I think the pricing is pretty good for an auto blogging type feature. These are the kind of things that you want. It's actually harder than it seems to get this set up in WordPress and using AI content and so forth to get an actual auto blog set up. So we'll go check this out and see what we think. Looks like there's a roadmap right here we can click on, and they have been working on this. They have at least through June of next year, they have that scheduled out so far. And then they're going to be adding in here in the next couple of months, color coding for keyword difficulty and the keyword research. We'll go take a look at all that, article style. So they do have, plans for the next 6 months of what's going to be coming down the pipeline as far as roadmaps concerned. We'll go click on the documentation, and then we will go get started. So it looks like they do have some different documentation and support, questions answered type documentation. So that's pretty good. Okay. So now we're going to come through, and I'm just going to go and get started right away. Before I do that, if you guys have not had a chance to go and check out my 6-Figure Freedom Club community, we are rocking and rolling. I've already got 25 members inside the community, and we have, testimonies, people taking the course, and it's finally helping them get to that next step in their business, to finally start taking action in their business. We have a leaderboard right over here. of people that are very, very connected with the community and engaging with the other members in the community. And you can see just by clicking on the community right over here, there are people just posting daily in the community, and it is taking off. So really, really good stuff. We have our first live event on the calendar. That's this Wednesday, November 8th. We have our first webinar, and we're going to be talking about how to choose a profitable niche. Okay, so that's going to be coming down the pipeline in just 2 days. And then also we have our next one 2 weeks from them. Every other Wednesday, we'll have our next webinar. Of course, the webinars will be recorded and they will be uploaded to the classroom. And then, of course, this YT affiliate blueprint, I've had nothing but great feedback on this. This is going to get you started right away. So I'm really excited. Would love to have you in the community. It is a paid community, but I hope to see you in the community. All right, so I'm going to go and grab some keywords real quick, and I'm going to go to SE ranking real quick, and then I'm going to go to my keyword manager, and we'll just grab a couple of keywords in here for my realistic pay website. So I'm going to copy this one, problems with hiring a freelancer. So we are inside of WPAutoBlog right over here. Before we go into the post scheduler, it's really, really easy. You go to your account, or actually if you just go to the post scheduler, you'll actually get an option. There'll be a button over here. If you don't have any sites connected, there'll be a big blue button right here that says connect your site. But if you don't want to do that, you can go to your account and you can go and add your account over there as well. I'm going to go to the keyword research section right over here, and let's just say how to lose weight, and push search. And you'll see up here, I've already done one search. This will be the second search. So it's going to probably change to 2 out of 500. And this is essentially a basic keyword tool. This is not SE ranking. It's not Ahrefs. It's not Ubersuggest, and it's not SEMrush. Okay. So you just need to be aware of that you are getting some keyword research. We have the competition in here. So the lower the number, the better, I believe. If I had to, so they're going to fix this. It's all green right now, right? So you kind of just don't know what is easy and what's not. These don't mean a whole lot. We really do need this to another column here. It just needs to be, is it an easy? Is it sort of easy? Is it medium? Is it difficult? Because these numbers are really hard to read, especially when you get into like a 0.1 or a 0.03. But the lower the number, I believe, so like a 0.03, it makes sense that how to lose face fat, believe it or not, it's saying it gets a ton of searches. I mean, are there really 100,000 people searching for how to lose face fat? That's hilarious. But if it's true, I don't know where they're getting this, if they're just getting this from Google or what. But I would say that this is probably more of a rare keyword than just how do we lose weight, which is a lot more competitive, right? It also has the cost per click and so forth. And then you can come through here and look at, how many keywords is it giving us? About 100 to 150. I think it says it maxes out about 150. But that's a lot of keywords right there. So you could take this. This is a lot of keywords actually. So we could take this. Let's just do a fun test. You do have to go all the way up like this and copy. It's kind of manual. It would be nice if they, gave us the option. There is no export button or anything like that. So you actually have to do what I just did in order to copy it. I'm going to pull up Excel real quick. These are the kind of things that most people reviewing the tool probably won't do. I'm going to paste this in. Nope, that didn't work. So it's all on one line. Okay, so it looks like it gave us about how to lose body fat percentage. 111 keywords. Nope, where's percentage? Yeah, so it's like 200 words. This is really hard. You got to go into ChatGPT. I tried to go into Excel and tried to do a delimited text to columns, all kinds of different stuff. Couldn't figure that out. And so this is something I definitely would recommend to him. People already paid for this. This is pretty basic keyword research, so there's nothing that you really need to be like holding on to. There's no checkbox in here that we can kind of say, hey, I wrote this article, give me a check mark so I don't write that again or something like that, right? There needs to be a star button right over here to favorite your keywords that you want to go after. So there's definitely a lot more that the developer could do to make this a lot better, and they wouldn't have to do a whole lot to it, but it really would be helpful to the user. So really, really basic keyword research tool, but like I said, if you can figure out how to get this onto a spreadsheet, Then you can actually go and do some sorting by competition and find the ones that you really want to go for. I mean, there isn't even a button up here that we can click on competition just to go after the low competition keywords. So I do, not to be too harsh, but you really need to be thinking of the person that's using this software and how beneficial this actually is to them. We can't export this to Excel. We can't sort this by competition or searches or cost per click. We can't filter by the amount of words. Like, we need a filtering system here. We need a favorites button and so forth. Okay. So the keyword research tool, I definitely give it like a 3 out of 10 if I had to grade it, or if we're out of 5, I'd give it a 2 out of 5, maybe a 1.5 out of 5. It's just not there. But that's the keyword research. Definitely you guys probably will be using SE Ranking or Ubersuggest or Insta Keywords if you bought it in the past. You'll be using another keyword research tool to get this to work for you. Okay. So we're going to come back over here, and there's not a whole lot to this software. It's WPAutoBlog. There's the keyword research section. That's pretty much it. If we push the support button, you can describe that and push the send button, and it's telling you what it would like you to put in there and so forth. Hopefully the support is good and they reach back out. They seem like they're very responsive on AppSumo. Dashboard doesn't really show, it will show just articles completed. We'll come back and take a look at that in a minute, but let's go to the post scheduler. This is where you're going to spend all your time setting things up. Let's go over here and grab that keyword we were going to go for. So problems with hiring freelancers, copy that, come back over here. We'll throw that one in there. I'm going to just do one article today. You can select your language right over here because it is going to write in that language for you. We can schedule immediately. We'll schedule one every 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, or once per week. So they do have a feature where, I think that it would be really cool if you wanted to manage this in multiple blogs. Maybe if they had one every 2 weeks or every month would be cool. But since the quality of this content is not going to be unbelievable, let's just face it, this is an auto blog. You probably wouldn't want to do less than one article per week on any of these blogs anyways. And so that's pretty good. But, we're just all about options, right? As much as we think that this is all about options and so forth, or that we're giving a lot of options out right here, there's always going to be somebody that wants, I only want to publish once a month, right? So kind of giving that, maybe that one extra extended option would be nice. But I do think that they have some really good options here. I'm going to go with immediately, and we're going to go, I've already connected this blog, and I will say that we'll see if this works, right? But I did connect the blog and it was very easy. I didn't have to go and create a new application password and do all that for the REST API integration. You literally just put in your website, WP/admin link, in there, and then you log in, and then you basically approve the app, and then you're connected. So that was really good. Let's see if it actually will create some internal links for us. We scrape your sitemap to include links to other articles of your site. Good for SEO. Okay, so I'm going to go with yes. That's cool that they have. We'll see if it works, right? But it's good that they have added the internal links, because I know that is just like a game changer for some of these softwares that I've shown you guys when there is automatic internal links being added, which is super, super cool. So we have problems with hiring freelancers, create articles, and let's go. So problems with hiring freelancers, processing 3 to 4 minutes. It moves it over to the right side over here. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so we're back. That didn't take but maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So it definitely is fast. When you go to the dashboard, you'll see that you have one article completed right here. You'll see which articles you have scheduled and articles that are processing. From this right here, you will also see view article or download the doc. We can go to the post scheduler and also see that we have these options over here. I'm going to go into the post scheduler, and I want to show the open editor to see what there is inside this editor right over here. We do have this image from Unsplash. Super cool. It does that for us. So at least it takes care of that featured image for us. And we have some nice formatted. I like to see that this is formatted. We have our H2s right over here. I don't see H3s, but we do get the nice H2s, which is nice. We'll keep coming up here and looking. The freelance landscape has experienced significant growth in recent years, with more and more businesses turning to freelancers for the project-based needs. This shift is driven by the flexibility and cost effectiveness, blah, blah, blah. I do like how they have a very short introduction. That's a pet peeve of mine when people have, giant paragraphs or 2 paragraphs in the introduction. So they have a nice opening, engaging introduction. Pretty cool there. Do we have a word count? How many words were written? We don't. I'm going to go ahead and just try to highlight everything on the screen and use my handy dandy word counter plus tool. It created 1,511 words for us. So let's see if this is answered. Navigating the freelance mindset, tips for overcoming common hiring hurdles. It's important for businesses to understand these challenges and find effective solutions in order to make the most of their freelance relationships. Understanding the freelance landscape. So it does seem like it answers the question, building a strong freelance network, tips for finding and hiring top talent. So it is answering the question from the standpoint of the employer hiring a freelancer. And it does seem to be at least answering that and tackling that. So I think it does pretty good. Go to the conclusion. Hiring and managing freelancers can be a valuable strategy for business, blah, blah, blah. But it did go over the, strategies and issues and so forth. So not too bad, not too shabby. I'm going to go back out from over here, and you can download the doc file. I'm going to go ahead and download that and see if that works. We're just testing everything out. Here is the HTML. So it does give us the HTML doc. Not sure, if that, who's doing it this way. I like to see it in the already ready to go format, but that's fine. We'll go back over here, and finally right over here, I just want to say, what does it look like when we view article? Okay, view article just puts us into the dashboard right over here as well. Now I don't see any links. I'm not sure if it found any links. I do know I have freelancing content on my website, and I don't see any links that were created. Maybe that happens on the next. Okay, so we have check it out here. We have one link down here. It's in purple right there. Helping you inform decision that aligns with your business goals. Check it out here. So it does find, if you're considering hiring freelancers for your business, you may want to read this article on realisticpay.com. Freelance versus full-time, which is the right choice. This informative piece, so it does put it into context and everything, and kind of creates a small paragraph and leads you on the very last part to click that. So that's a cool feature. It's going to guarantee one internal link for you, but it's not adding any more internal links. I don't see any other links. It would be cool if you could set it to between 1 and 5 links. I think that would be super, super cool if you could control if you wanted 1 to 5 links created, but it did create one in a pretty unique way, but not naturally in the content, right? And so I think that some work could be improved on that, but I also think that it's definitely better than not having that option. I also think that it would be cool if they had an option to include, up to 5 external, kind of sources or resource type external links to other websites. I also think that would be a really great thing for them to include in this software as well. So I think that there's a lot of room for improvement, but I think that overall, let's go and see if this went over to our website. I'm going to log into my website and see if this made it into publish or draft mode. I'm going to go over here to the posts section, all posts, and I don't see it over here. Maybe it's under drafts. Okay. So yeah, I don't see that it made its way to the site, right? I had website right here. I said schedule immediately, but we're not seeing that it made its way over to my site. So that's going to be an issue as far as it didn't make its way over to the site, right? It should have scheduled it. It should have went over to the website. Just want to double check and make sure published. Yeah, so it didn't come over to the site. So, those are some things that when we come back over here that we did have more than a couple people saying that they had issues as well, that of connecting to the site and so forth, like the connection didn't work, right? So those are some things that they're going to have to fix in order for this to really take off. Of course, at the startup, There's going to be bugs and so forth. I definitely don't think that this is terrible, but I do think that they need to fix that. They need to maybe add more features over here to what we can do per article. They need to just test this more on more platforms and stuff and make sure that this is actually connects to the average website and it actually works 99% of the time before launching it. They need to fix this right away. And then keyword research could be a lot better as well. So overall, if I gave this a star rating, I would probably give this a 3-star. It's not terrible. There's a lot of promise. This could solve a lot of problems for people that just want to get, do their keyword research, bring it in here, plug it in right here, and then set up a blog and then just have it ready to rock and roll and run. But I think that they have some things that they need to fix and optimize first before this is just, a complete set and forget tool. But I do like the idea of the tool. I do think that there still is a need and room for a tool like this in the market. But again, this is not perfect. I think if you invest in this, you're going to need to kind of be patient with the company and be a little bit, definitely be involved to give them that feedback. But you'll have to be a little bit patient. This is definitely not turnkey right now. What I would suggest doing in the meantime would be to just open this up right here and Control copy. And I just want to see if I went to add new post, if we would be able to just paste this in for now, at least for the time being. Let's try the docx way. So yeah, overall pricing is good if the tool was working, great and it was up to par right now. Like I said, I'd give it like a 2.5 to 3, being generous, a 3 out of 5 right now where it currently stands. I do like the idea of the tool. I do think that there's room in the market for it. They just need to button up some of this stuff that's just not working. But that is one of the reasons to come and launch an LTD like this, is in order to get the feedback that is needed, because a lot of times developers really don't know what the marketplace or customer base actually wants or is asking for, right? And so that's why you get in on this. You give them that feedback, what is needed. They go to work and they make the improvements. So overall, people are liking it though, and so forth. So this was WPAutoBlog. Leave a comment below what you thought. If you want to go pick up WPAutoBlog with this LTD on AppSumo, link below. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next time.